Nice.
Wait. 26. Okay, that's working well. Okay, welcome back, everyone. For the YouTube people, amongst delays and health issues, we're back. Oh my God, it has been not your standard couple of weeks, but here we are. Don't think I really have any. There's no announcements really. Simply that if all of those in let me fix the stream so that they can see. Hang on, I'm showing the wrong thing. This will take just a quick fix. Come on, do as I say.
Not as I do.
Not as I do.
I got told that a lot growing up.
I'm the one who usually says that on here.
Shit.
This episode we need to see the return of the hippie stuff.
Okay, there we go. That's fixed.
You're in the shape of a sword.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have it in a few shows. So wait a second. So if you ate my diamond sword, would it have been turned into the consistency and strength of a diamond?
Not necessarily. It would have had to replace. No, I don't think I had a third one at the time when you pulled your diamond sword away. If I hadn't had a spot, then yeah.
This music is nostalgic.
I did not mean to click on the battle music, actually. I meant to click on this other one.
Actually,
regardless, it works.
It's supposed to be my upbeat playlist. Just the calm travel, because we're in a city, just chilling. Okay, so what I was going to say is, if you would all turn your attention to just under all of the maps currently in Owlbear, I have put in
I need to open over.
I realized that, hey, just because I don't have the regular map finished, because it's going to take me a while, because maps are detailed and I'm working on a lot of things right now, I was almost done with the regional map for Greenfell, which has Greenwood in it, so I was like, let's give them something, I guess. So, yeah, we have the regional map of Greenfell in there for you to have something to look at least.
Oh, whoa. That's neat. Yo.
Yes. So there is
that was a bad idea.
That is the southeast of Arcanesia.
We got a week of downtime. How close is Lurag?
How long did
I was about to say that was a bad idea. I want to go to the fucking forest.
You want to go to the
forest? To the left of the forest, the Timber End.
Timber End?
Yeah, there's Tiburon, there's Jess, there's the Wanya Forest.
That's where I grew up. That's the first thing that went through my head. My guy would probably want to go look at those mountains if he had the chance.
Chalk's Rise. Yeah. You'd hear some fucking stories if you started going in that direction. That's an interesting set of rocks there. Okay.
Chalk's Rise. What did I miss?
Chalk's Rise. I know it's in Chalk's Rise. Nobody else knows what's there. I know it's in Chalk's Rise.
I know it's there. Nobody else does.
Nobody else does, but I.
Isengard, Greenwood. Greenwood.
Yep,
It's
you
a
guys
lot
are
of
in
cool- This
Greenwood.
is a neat freaking map. Yeah, I remembered we were in Greenwood because I recognized the name, so we can go pretty much anywhere from where we
Yeah,
are.
yeah. This is the entire kingdom of Greenfell. You have Nanloth, the forest kingdom to the north that nobody's really allowed into, and then beyond that you have Redomina, which is the kind of heavy dark elf, but a lot of humans as well to the north of that. And then Chokilbor, which is to the west, which is kind of a mucky, scummy, swampy area. And then you've got the Fluch Lowlands in the south. Yeah, there you go. There's Greenfell. I realized
What's
I was
Timberend
almost
all the
done.
way over here?
That's what I said.
That is Timberend. That's it's. Hang on, I actually don't know if I have any details on it yet. Some of these.
It is in place.
Some of those are
Which
world
is
building
something
pending.
that exists.
Uh,
There's actually this one all the way in the hell over here behind some mountains that just doesn't have a name.
Saw it. I was ignoring that one because we wouldn't probably make it that far.
what is it? The one in Nanloth?
The
Is
one to
it?
the left of Chalk's Rise.
Oh, that's Eve. That you can. That's a part of Chocobor. That's a different kingdom. Notice the white line.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I've got that on a map somewhere. One of the
Oh,
millions
that's
of-
neat.
Yep, that's
This
Eve.
is a map of Greenfell, just the little area inside the dotted line.
Yes, that is a map of the kingdom of
Yeah.
Greenfell.
Hence why there's no names
is
on
the
anything outside of it.
Ah, Timberend was the one we were laughing at because Timberend. The notes I have for Timberend are the title.
Oh, that's the one you were laughing about. I
Yeah,
remember that.
I opened the note and it's just
Yeah.
Timberend. it's
I
there.
remember that now. it exists.
Yeah,
I
no,
was right
I'll
then. That
get.
was a bad idea to show us that.
I've been working on so many of the other continents in the world that as I've been adding things to Arcanesia as well, I haven't there's not a lot of stuff that's been getting heavy detail because we weren't going to be there other than to go to Greenwood. So Greenwood got a lot of stuff fluffed into it, but everything else kind of got placed to be detailed later.
Ah.
I'll let you know now that you're on.
Damn it.
I may cough a lot during this session. I have phlegm problems and I think a sinus infection.
Ah. Unfortunate.
Very.
Could be wrong.
Here we are. I'm going to start the music now, and we will get into the recap.
Isengard.
Yeah, that
They're
is
taking the hobbits to Isengard. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
that is the spiritual inspiration of the sound of the name.
Is there mostly halflings there?
No, unfortunately, most of Greenfell is humans. This is a part of Arcanesia that actually does have quite a few humans. This
Is it a midget town?
and then like it's kind of half and half in Orlez and Chocobor, and then like the Heartland is kind of 50-50 also, but Greenfell has like the highest concentration of humans. Where did that go?
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, this
That was
continent
not a
is
comment I
actually,
just said live.
despite what you might think, this continent is very it is very heavily mixed. It's not dominant of any particular race. And I am having trouble finding this song that I'm looking for. Where did it go? Might be scrolling too fast or something. Damn it. I know I saw it earlier. Oh, I know where it's at. I'm just dumb. It's in this playlist. I have a playlist for these songs that have cities with specific songs. Okay. I'm going to go into the recap now.
Onward ho!
Okay. So, sailing out of the Sarabi Sea, finally. An ice bubble happened, dashing through the waves, a small battle in a storm against some, what seemed to be some wizard pirates or something like that. and then escaping said storm. Some days of rest, some days of thought, collecting yourselves, especially for Manus, of which had a lot of reflection to do, and apparently a horrific dream and vision to have after said traumatizing experience for Manus and several days of interesting debauchery on the ship and going very fast and some repairs, you sailed to Greenwood finally to resupply, to repair the ship. The captain said she was going to call in some favors because the ship was, well, currently needed to be dry docked because it's pretty heavily damaged in some places, and it really needs some love. And she told you guys 1 week, stay out of trouble. And that's basically all the orders that she gave you. And you went into the city, had a luxurious dinner, a fantastically luxurious dinner. Lex ordered fried chicken at a place it serves those sort of dishes that are like this big on a large plate and costs like $300. That sort of place. And then you all kind of scattered to the four winds and went your own separate directions. Some of you went to harass a poor mage of the fifth circle in his own little in his little shop. And Manus trailed off to go and essentially create Tony Stark went to create a new element. He went to go create a new form of infusion of dragon bone and mithril, and with promising results from his first few tests, he's going to come back in the morning and try again and see what he could get out of it and what he could make with the master smith there. I really hope I wrote his name down. I wrote down the other guy's name.
Oh, I can't remember. I don't think I wrote it down.
Hang on. Where did it go?
What did we decide on again for the mineral? For the name of the metal?
Nargaril.
Ah, yes.
Hang on, I might have done something stupid.
If we come up with something better, we can like retcon it in. But that's what I got.
Oh wait, hang on, I found it. It's in the wrong notes.
Works for me.
Oops. I
It's
put it in the
unique
wrong
enough.
notes. That's all it was.
It's better than Ninja Turtles creating Donatellium.
Haha. There we go. Okay, so the half elf, I don't think I ever gave him a name. And then there was the Nostrum Arcade. That I did remember. I couldn't remember the details on the other one though. That was the problem. Okay. So we never really figured out lodging. The last thing that really sort of happened was Manus was at the end of the evening in the city, was kind of ducking into like a side street or like into like the nook of a building a bit as a figure in what seemed like armored version of like an old diving suit, and what looked, for lack of better description, what looked like a Big Daddy from BioShock was lumbering up next to him. An enormous thing. This is the two hands, but just huge, lumbering, like thumps as he walks past thing. Hang on, I was trying to find a note. Where did they go? They're in here somewhere. Nope, that's not it. There they are. Okay. settling into an evening in the city. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
No, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh, Jack, I don't remember. I think you were with the other three that went to harass a poor wizard. Is that where you had went?
Yeah, I was. I didn't actually get the chance to pick out what I wanted, though.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to say that I wanted to grab something that would make me, something that could make me faster.
Oh, well. That's a second.
Does anybody have the notes of what it is that you grabbed?
I'm
Either
wearing
that
boots
or-
of speed.
So you've got the boots of speed.
If he's going speed, then is there something I can get that could work for my my telekinetics or something?
Well, the boots have to fit to your size over time, don't they? So aren't you just like hopping around in one boot for a good minute?
Well, if you're remaining behind after they walk out, because like I think we just kind of cut off after Manus's little moment of leaving the smithy. I was also like still dealing with my issues, like a lead up version of my issues the last time we played, so I wasn't all here, but yeah, so do you want to be like after they leave to have your moment with old Jumid in the Nostrum arcade?
Jumid.
Yeah.
Here we go. More Jumid.
Let's go.
So,
He's gonna definitely remember us.
Not joining your friends, young man. I see you've remained behind to harass me even more. What do you want?
Rice.
So I just look at him somewhat like sympathetic but a little annoyed at the same time. And then it's like, well, to be fair, I'm not going to pester you as much as you think they would, so I'll get right to the point. I need to know if you have anything that could work for, so say, psionics.
Oh, of course, my boy. I have many things here. Would you be interested in a wand that would add to your abilities and make you stronger? The DM says it would give you plus 1, 2, 3, possibly, depending on the level of the wand that you get. You could get any of these items and it would help you with your abilities and things. Does this sound like what you're looking for, boy? It would make it easier for you to focus.
The best fourth wall break I've heard in a minute.
I'll say Juman's stronger than I thought. He could break the fourth wall. Wow, we're looking
Holy crap!
For a split
my
second,
head,
Deadpool
Juman's
break.
actually powerful.
in my head, his eyes like rolled into his eyes rolled back, and he was just like saying that.
That's just where, like, I don't often look actually into the camera, so that's one of the moments where I could go, the Nostrum Arcade, but the DM says you could use it as a plus 1, 2, or 3, whatever that means.
So
And when you said that, all I saw was Deadpool's head when you turned and said
Yeah.
that, and then it disappeared when you looked away.
No, see, that's amazing. He could just be like this recurring thing of this dude that knows he's in a freaking game and just shows up to be.
Oh, we're not there yet. We'll get
Right.
there. We'll get to those characters. Those characters with
that's
higher power
hilarious.
eventually.
I like
That's just freaking funny.
So
So
he's
I
kind of
just-
what he's offering you essentially is like wands that will give you like levels of bonuses to your abilities, and the way I'll mechanicize it for this game, I'll also make it to where it will be additional to your damage as well.
Okay.
So
I
like,
guess yeah.
let me go to my.
Oh crap! I'm supposed to be doing stuff with my gems that I bought. Wait a minute.
You already swindled him with your diamond helmet.
Oh wait, who did we say was the most fit for the hunter's cloak when we bought it?
Abraham, but he's not here. That one's for you, Gavin. What was I searching last time? 5E.
Or was it where?
There it is. Wait, hang on. Nope.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't fully remember what I was gotten last round.
I at least wrote down
I
boots of
know.
speed and what it does. It gives me double movement, so I can run through a wall twice as
I wasn't
fast.
there. My character, I don't think was there.
I don't think I've run through a wall this entire
I'm
game. now
pretty
that I'm
sure
thinking about
he
it.
was.
I don't remember. Damn it.
What is it?
Yeah, because I knew about the
I
cloak
flipped me
because you
out.
asked about it.
It may have been me. Yeah. No, yeah,
So
because
what
I
did we-
beat blasting. Yes, I did. I was
Yeah, you got beads of blasting. We got Jug's boots, and I got my 3 magic gems.
Yes, that's what it was.
There it is. It's very
And
simple.
I parted with like a freaking crystal helmet and like
Yeah.
1 piece of crystal, or 2. I don't remember. I think it was 1.
But they're essentially just
Well,
called
my goal.
wand of the spellslinger is what they're called, and then he lays out 2 of them, and he says, "This one is a +1, and this one is a +3. Give me a moment to remember the price."
Pick your flavor, rare, epic, or legendary.
No, he's only got rare.
Wait,
Or
why do I
legendary.
get the
Oh, you're right.
Very rare, not legendary.
why do I get the feeling that this is the kind of guy that would like
There
completely
it is.
just not pay attention while he's eating his lunch and then accidentally eat something in his shop he should freaking eat?
I've got the Taliesin shakes right now. My hand is shaking.
Puts
Just
down his
in-
teeth, picks up like a potion of God knows what, keeps drinking, doesn't even pay it no mind.
Just accidentally inhales a bead of blasting and nothing else.
Bro,
Okay. So he lays those out and he says, "This one, this +1 is around 500 gold pieces. The +3 wand is an illustrious 3,000 gold. What say you, boy?"
Fucking steep price increase, holy Christ.
It is a very rare wand. The other one
I
is
just
Wait.
I just looked
Just
to
do-
him.
wait.
And it, sorry, go ahead.
Who has the cloak with the coin patches? Is it him or is it me?
I don't
Jack.
remember.
Has
Well,
the
they only-
extra gold. in his
Jack,
account.
only
okay,
have
so
the-
He has other
to remind
money.
you, you have the cloak and money with the patches. The cloak has coin patches on it. You can take off to get more coins if you don't have enough gold.
I might also clarify, by the way, you have to remember, you've walked into a magic item shop. These are magical items. These aren't whipped up in a week. This shit, like the hunter's cloak, whatever it was called, like that shit is like like a whole year worth of like hand waving enchanting shit to make it. That just from me to you, letting you know why everything is so like steep priced.
Is
Okay,
that why
fair.
he got visibly irritated when I enchanted the helmet in front of him in like 2 seconds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, any character
Did
that can
not
do
realize
shit,
that.
any character that can do instant enchanting is just like a fucking blemish on this on this world. That was
Yeah.
Roman when he could fucking like basically
Yeah.
just scratch into anything and it would just make that fucking enchantment.
It's like
Oh god, that was fun.
those.
Jack, I'm trying to tell you, you have 10 gems worth 100 gold, so that's 200 gold worth of gems. You have 2 bags of 100 gold, so that's 200 gold there. So you've got like 400 gold on you in that cloak.
Yeah, just in the cloak
Just have an
alone,
extra-
aside from the
just-
little bit of coin you guys have earned elsewhere.
Whatever coin you own on yourself.
So he has about 400 gold plus whatever comes
I'd say
out
at
of the
least
patches.
500.
Do I have enough for the wand in general, though?
You have enough for probably the first wand. Maybe if you use a
$500.
patch on the cloak.
All right, then I'll just use 1 patch.
Okay.
We'll see how much
So-
a patch gives you, because it might give you more than we think.
Well, the one patch would give you, as it says, the 100 gold.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's just a matter
Yeah,
of
tell
if you
us what
have
it
the,
is.
because he's asking 500 for the +1 wand. That is the.
I'm not going in and jipping him again. I think I gave him a bad enough day.
Do you know how much gold you have on yourself? Because I don't remember how much we've gathered.
I'll
so
say I
far,
don't have
and
any
how much-
idea. I only keep track of health and stats and abilities.
Hmm.
Sort of a wacky-
Jug
could you imagine
probably would have. Go.
I was like, could you imagine like a Boy Scout character who uses his patches as like shit to
Oh my
weapons and
god!
quick
Oh,
money?
Man,
Just
he spawns a freaking
An
boat.
artificer that's just a Boy Scout.
Boy
No,
Scout.
I wanted to make a survival artificer, so you guys said it. I'm making one now. I'm making a Boy Scout artificer.
He just
Oh,
wears
get
this
ready.
like the Boy Scout shirt, of which I still have, by the way. It's hung in the closet.
Oh
It's
my
still there.
God.
Just rip the patch off, and it's essentially just the robe of wondrous items or whatever it's called, and it's just like that's what he does. That's super funny. Okay, so
In Jug's case, I think he would have had a lot more gold if he didn't intentionally buy a round for everybody in a freaking bar.
I don't think that even cost me that much back
It
then.
wasn't too
Like,
much because
Didn't he
You
put
know,
down
I
like
have
what 5 gold?
Off the
you gotta remember,
I
gold can go a long way. You tend to forget when you get into the higher numbers, but gold can go a long way
Yeah,
for average
yeah.
everyday items.
Yeah, for magic items, apparently, you have fuck all. But when it
Yeah.
comes to like buying a round, I could probably buy a round for a tavern for a whole fucking week and still be fine.
Pretty much,
With the
yeah.
amount
Yeah,
I
no,
have.
you probably could.
That's your
10 gold
there's
is
your
fucking more than that.
there is your reasoning of like how expensive magical items truly are.
Yeah.
And like to
You
Jesus.
could be a legend and buy like a really cool fucking magic item, or you could be a real legend, a real one, and just thug it out in a tavern.
it's like
Remember that guy
buy
who
a-
came in here and just bought his rounds for a whole week? That guy was
Buy-
fucking awesome.
buy a magic item, or take that 20,000 gold and make this guy's year.
Take the 20,000 gold and buy mid gear, or 20,000 gold and you could fund a city. That's what I'm. That's what
Or
you
just take
fucking-
5,000 and
Wonderful.
open your own fucking bar tavern.
It's like, hello, Mr. Possum, sir. Would you like a drink? I'd like the bar.
I like the bar.
Bye.
You know what that reminds you
like
of?
the
How'd
deed.
you- That reminds you, how'd you get the house back from the bank? Simple. I bought the bank.
I bought the bank.
I bought the bank.
It's like, what's your superpower? I'm rich.
I have money.
Okay,
Wow.
so can we just say,
I
so
mean-
like, is there a way we can find out how much I have, or if there's like something we can do?
I have
I know
no
we got
idea.
up to at least 280 gold,
Yes.
but I don't remember how much further than that.
See, I don't have
That's
any
a-
idea
yeah.
how much gold you guys have.
Hmm.
I
And I
wasn't
don't
keeping
remember.
track either, so I'm
What was like
standing
your
by the
highest
fact
gold
that
amount?
I have like
who
maybe
has
200.
What was the gold amount that each of you had that was like when you were at your highest? Because you guys haven't purchased anything since when you were down south, whatever that city was called. I've already forgotten.
I think I had like 500 gold roughly.
I think I had 200 something at one point. And I'm down to 154.
That's
I know
because
I
I
had
literally
30.
like haven't bought anything this campaign aside from what I just did with my helmet.
I've
I
found
have
money.
100
I don't-
Bird Fast. I was trying to remember the name of the city.
I got 2 bags
There
of
it
tradable
was.
goods. I think those are worth like 10 gold or some shit each. I can't remember.
You had some wine, but you gave up like 2 bottles.
I gave up all of it. It's all gone. I'm making
Yeah,
more
you
wine on
gave
the
up
ship as
all
we
of it,
speak.
didn't you?
Yes, we got to get to
Yeah,
that.
you
Don't let me
wasted,
forget
like,
about that
2
because I did.
bottles on the
There's more
captain,
wine
and
being made.
I
2
don't
barrels
remember
of
what.
it.
Yeah, after last session, I was like,
Two
shit, they were working on the wine. They had 2 days to work on that wine, and I forgot all about it. So that one's
I
on
had
me.
all the people who didn't drink help me. It was Hanako, Lex, and someone else. I can't remember.
And Lex can speedrun that crap because I could turn water into wine.
Now the trick
Jesus.
is it going to be
Like,
like
is
creating like is it going to be like Neptune making the Krabby Patties and they suck? Is it going to be like creating wine
Exactly.
but it's oh gosh.
No, see, the
Probably,
way I
yeah.
see it, I think it would just be average wine, and he would probably have to do whatever he does to turn it into possum wine.
There's also
Probably
you
one flavor.
could probably do multiple what is it called? I'm forgetting everything. Whatever that ability is called. Elemental Mastery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More than one elemental mastery and gradually make it better.
Always just
You
refine
make
wine,
whatever
I
wine, I
probably
make
could do
art.
That was the
I
next
could
thought I
just
was about to say.
refine.
Gavin beat me to it. Is you could also just refine whatever's already being made and speed up the
Yeah,
process.
I could do that.
Also,
Exactly.
can Manus build them
Just
like
make
a
divine
hyper
wine.
skill?
Ooh,
My process is
We're
already.
gonna
Oh.
become bootleggers.
you guys are.
That's oh my god.
The existence of Manus is fucking everything because now you have. He's going to create a essentially like alcohol
Alcoholic
making
flying
machine,
empire.
make alcohol
I think
faster
me-
machine, and then
I
you're
think
just
me
gonna
and Gavin have
fucking-
talked about this. Jug and Man is just going to be making an airship company to fly goods around, and it could be
Oh
just
my
traveling
God.
bootleggers.
Oh my god!
yeah.
We're literally just gonna make our own wine company,
Oh my
and the
god!
the primary building is just gonna have a distilling machine made out of.
So it's gonna be an
Uh,
airport, a cargo
It's gonna
company,
be made out of the
and a
freaking
distillery.
dragon mithril.
So an airport, a cargo company, and a distillery all in one outside on the outskirts of Escamil.
The quest
Big
will
fucking
be-
airship that can. It's like those ships that have planes on them. I can't think of anything, but
Oh my
Just a
god, we're all
giant
just
ship
gonna
that
work
ships
together
out
to build
more
a big
fucking-
ass wine empire.
And you would be able to make so much theoretically that you could just fly over a city one day a year. Just pick a random city in the world. It's raining. Oh no, it's
alcoholic Santa
oh.
Claus.
Oh, it's that day.
I was gonna joke like when it was around the holidays and be like, Manish just makes like a jet sleigh and he's Santa, but yeah.
Jug tossing barrels
Okay.
over.
Ho ho
I'll
ho!
say-
And a bottle of rum.
In the case of the wand, I'll say do like 200 gold worth of patches, whatever that may be. If you want to do the gems, or if you want to do the gems, actually might be more valuable to him. Actually. So if we want to
Probably be
wrap
more
this,
happy about that.
if we want to bend this around and put it to the gems, because gems are actually quite useful to spellcasters because they can grind them up and use them for spells like disintegrate and beyond that and all that, whatever. So like,
You could probably bargain them up.
yes. So that is the thought. So if you do the gems as well as whatever gold you already have, I would say that would probably be good. He'd probably take the gems and be like, "Oh yes, of course, yes, the gems, yes, those will work perfectly. Have your wand, boy. The powerful wand of spell slinger." Whoever that is.
So I guess I just look at him as he's showing me the wand, and I'm like, and you're guaranteed that this is gonna work. This isn't gonna backfire on me in any way.
He takes it, looks at it for a second, looks to the other side of the store, thinks for a second.
Check if it says Weasley.
And he is
Three
it's
W's.
like he pulls a little book out on the desk, tiny book, looks like probably a spell book, and flips to one page. Waves it to the other side of the store, and it like you see like white flames burst, and then little fairy lights flying around in the corner, and he's like, "Observe." And then he hands it back to you.
Observe.
Observe. Why do I get the feeling he's using a fake accent? He's like,
Oh, it's not the accent; it's the persona.
he's just
Because
faking the voice.
that accent belongs in this part of Arcanesia. It's the billboard radio voice.
Oh my
Like the
god!
commercial, the shitty commercial voice.
It's just in reality, he just sounds like a normal Joe Schmo. He's just exaggerating.
Okay.
So I
Is,
guess after seeing that, I'll just start like pulling the gems out, and I'm like, okay, well, if you think this will work, then I'll take it. So I just put them on the table.
Absolutely, boy. And he scoops them into a box that you didn't see him grab. Closes the box, sets it down, and then scoops the rest of the gold and is like, "Pleasure doing business with you, boy. And please, don't bring your friends back, but you may return to the Nostrum Arcade for any of your magical needs. Now, go away. I need to close."
So then I just start to like walk out, and I turn back, and I do like the little, we like the little salute thing with like the 2 fingers and a hand. And I just walk out.
Who we lose?
Dear
We lose Gavin.
God.
Lost it.
How
Lost
much
Gavin.
do you want?
Oh, there he is. He's back.
How much do you want to bet you paid too much for that?
Yeah, he
Okay.
pulled that box out too fucking quickly.
Yeah, he
Like you were doing
overcharged
business. Get out of my store.
We had to use intimidation to find out that he was overcharging, and he was.
Well,
I used
he explained
intimidation to
essentially that he was overcharging, but within a reasonable amount because he has to make money.
Well, exactly. But
It was one of
still.
those like he's got. There's some upcharge that has to be made in order for him to make money back on his.
He's made more than
investments.
enough. That fool got solid enchanted diamond. He
Okay,
made more than I probably overpaid for everything.
so All of you standing out in the rain. Jack emerges next to you all, and looking at this
It's raining, I
wand.
pull up my hood.
That is the moment. Of course, it's late at night here. It's 10:13 for me, and it's probably about we're somewhere in that area of the evening in game as well. And you realize you remember hearing about one of your uncles worked the docks here in the city. It just now dawned on you. Which might be an opportunity for a visit, but specific to you. A small family connection. He left a long time ago to seek something better. Looking for greener pastures, as it were. But ended up here based on a letter you had all gotten a long time ago.
I mean, Greenwood. It's greener here, I bet.
Greener
And
pastures.
I was wondering if anybody would catch that. So, Jack, Jug, Revian, and Lex, you walk back outside into the lightly rainy evening here in Greenwood. What are you doing now?
Trying to find a place to bed down for the night.
Find
Okay.
a place to rest our heads.
I think that's a good idea.
Can I have Mandus meet up with them as they're like going to find a place?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Could I ask the wind for a good suggestion?
The wind. Yes, hang on.
Figured it was worth a try.
The wind got any 5-star reviews?
Who told you where to go? Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Don't get an arrow in the knee.
I didn't know they renamed parts.
Okay. So you ask the wind, and it just kind of you get the sensation of a shrug.
I figured that'd be the answer. Can you point me? Can I ask the wind another question then? Can you point me in the direction of a group of people that are having fun?
A group of people that are having fun.
Well, more likely going to be a
Oh,
bar.
You
Yeah,
could
bar
have
is minimal.
specified a bar.
So you
This
Hey,
might get
The wind,
weird.
it didn't know what that meant, so it may not know what bar meant specifically.
so you
Yeah, you have a
ask
point.
for a group of people having fun,
Yeah, why
and
not?
it kind of swirls around you for a moment, and then you're
You
very
better not send us to a brothel.
Why not? That doesn't sound too
Oh
bad.
no.
I don't know how I feel about this one, fellas.
You hear a very distant roll of thunder in the storm. No lightning. It's not a thunder and lightning storm, but you do hear a subtle roll in the distance, and then it swirls again, and then it leads you and starts taking you. Trying to remember, you guys were in kind of the just north of the middle road in the city, kind of around the center. And it begins to lead you kind of southward, actually. And then it kind of takes you west on like the main road, and you come to your sort of place that, if you had to think of like a stereotype of like, if you said an adventurer's tavern, this is the exact thing. Like this is exactly what you would be thinking of. There's one of you that should be really paying attention when I say this, but you walk up to a place called the Eagles Casket Inn, and it is a rowdy mess out front. There are people fist fighting and beating the shit out of each other, and it's like, "Hey, you touched my ale!" They're just like, it's like falling out of the front door. There's people fighting on the inside, and then it'll settle for like 3 seconds, and then everybody just laughs and cheers. Games of cards are resumed. It is just a rowdy sort of place. Bartender's sitting there. There's like 2 of them sitting there. Almost like same exact thing happens. This guy punches this guy in the side of the head, and the bartender just doesn't even flinch. He's just like, sees you guys enter, and he's like, "What do you have?"
I'll have what they're having.
So you want some of that interesting Romolian vodka?
Vodka.
Don't ask why it's called that or how it got that name. Sets it down on the counter. It looks like a clay bottle, like sandy on the outside. Because like the name Ramal is like, it's that place that's really far west of here on this continent, and it's like sandy. That's the most you really got on that. It's not. They don't really let a lot of people in there. But it sets it on the counter. It looks like kind of like a clayish, sandy-ish, sort of dry bottle that's not clear at all. Pours you a shot, hands it to you.
I chug it. I down it.
It doesn't. There's a little. It's kind of like really stingy vodka, if you've ever had such a thing, or it's near a sensation of like, if you've ever swished peroxide, if you've got like sores in your mouth and you swish peroxide, there's liquid in your mouth, but it doesn't feel like it. It's kind of like that, and then it goes down.
Oh boy.
And then it burns.
So it's like
That's
he
that
took
good
another
shit.
mutagen.
Ring of fire.
What about you all?
Fire. You have rooms to stay in, or no other place to stay?
He just kind of like looks at you and he's like, "There's a few places. There's a place up the street. It's like the Sunny Wardens or something like that. I don't know. The guy's weird, but it's one of the nicer places. It's kind of in the middle. They won't charge you a fortune. You want a really nice place? You got to go up into the northern parts of the city. You got to go up into Yelter.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, me either. I'm not from here. These Greenwood, Greenfell people are strange. I'm a transplant. I'm from the Hardlands, so yeah.
Well, is there an available spot where we can sit and have a drink before?
Have a seat or punch somebody and take it. Because somebody will probably try and punch you to take yours.
Just for the fuck of it, I'm going to pick up Jug, because I know he might be already a little bit woozy, and I'm going to throw him at a guy at the stool.
Hey, fuck.
This is just one of those don't get any blood on my 4 places.
There's like 2 guys. There's like a there's like a girl and like 2 guys on the line
Knew he was gonna
to the
jump
right
him
of you.
anyway.
Who do you throw them at?
Okay, what? Sorry.
It's like woman, guy to the right, and then like there's a few people on the left as well. This is like a couple of guys, couple of girls. It's kind of a wide bar, but then there's like tables all over the room as well.
I almost want to throw him at the rowdiest sucker I could see.
Oh, I was gonna say throw him at a girl and see where he lands.
Oh, that is a good point. Just toss him.
Take this one out, Revian.
You throw it at the woman, and without
bitch.
having first really looked, Jug, you hit, and then it's kind of like hitting a wall.
Don't say it.
Because you hit the ground and look up, and this like you imagine, because there's sort of two branches of like orcs in this world. There's orcs, which are typically associated with elves, and then there's tusks, which are usually live in tribes and are the ones that are kind of troublesome. This woman looks a bit more akin to the tusks because she stands up and she has tusks, the orcs of which the orcs do not. And she turns, she looks down at you. Hey, what's that about? just fucking wall.
Just a wall.
Just a wall of a woman. Just looks down at you. The fuck are you doing, boy? And then she tries to punch you.
Oh, your beauty weapons cannot harm me.
It's like a 14, so or a
It just doesn't move
so
drugs.
it's 17.
It just takes it.
I'll just roll con real quick. See what I get. That's a 17. I'll just gain 10 armor and just tank it.
She breaks her
She's
hand.
just, ugh, what the fuck? Oh, little fucking have to say. And she turns around and walks away. Fuck. Ah.
I will hop on that seat. I'm just like flex.
The guy next to you, and you hear an audible.
You see Jug get a little bit bigger, like a cartoon just gets a bit slower because he's stealth build, just flexes his muscles and he gets a little bit more muscular. Then
Just a
stops
little
flexing
bit
and goes
bigger.
back to normal. Looks like a possum again.
It looks like a
You
normal
hear from
pause.
like the other side of the room, he's like, made of fucking stone or something.
I'll grab my little shot glass. Grab my shot glass. It's just
Another round, please.
Jingle it. Another round, please. He comes
It's
over
like-
and, yeah, of course, yeah. Pours you a drink.
So you're saying it's like the evolution of that one useless fish Pokemon that turns into a freaking dragon? He just flexes.
You seen that video of the guy in the elevator who just like he looks skinny, but then he like flexes and the camera catches him. His arm like doubles in size. It's insane. That's why I imagine
Oh my
Jug would do.
Oh, that's perfect.
Has Manus caught up to everybody yet, or is he still like on his way to? Well, I guess he'd have to try and find them if he hadn't yet.
What was that last?
I didn't know if Manus had found them yet, or if he was still trying to find them.
Oh, no, you had met up with them already.
Oh, okay.
Because you were
I
heading
didn't
back
know
east from the wall and then managed to find your way to the main road and then like met up with them along the way and then found your way to the Eagle's Casket Inn.
that. Cool.
A legendary, renowned bar for scum and villainy. Not really villainy, just scum, mostly.
Just scum.
Low lives.
Bankers and politicians.
And people
Yeah,
that just
they're
really
kinda
want to
low-life.
fight.
People that just really want to play.
They're
This is my
thugs.
kind of place.
I
After
don't know
you
how
did
much
enjoy
longer
that.
a real one could thug it out.
Well, I guess Manus is gonna walk up to the bar and get a drink with Jug then. He
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
want to feel left out.
Shot
you're gonna have-
contest.
Yeah.
Let's go, Manus.
Are you going to have the same thing?
Fuck it,
Some
why
of
not?
the Romalian weird, like, what's the word? Wrong location, like vodka. It's like because it should be
Orange
referencing
shit.
something from apparently the north of this continent, not Romal.
I
The
will
origin
not
story
have
of this
that.
would be interesting, but yeah. So it hits your mouth, same sensation. It's like you know there's liquid in your mouth as you go to swallow it, but it's like dry. It goes down, and your mouth is now dry, and it burns, baby, burns.
Gotcha.
And it is ooh. First one's a freebie. Second one, Jug, do you drink your second one?
Yeah, I've already drank it.
Roll con.
Oh my god.
21.
21. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Come on, man. Let's
Alright.
get another shot in.
I was about to say I'm rolling con.
We're going.
All right, so I guess
Nat
Man is
20,
catching
he's
up.
fine.
Yeah, Man is catching up.
I'm sitting over to the
it's
side
fine.
with just a normal drink. because at least one of us needs to keep our heads. And I'm watching this unfold.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
me and Manus might get to a drinking contest. Hell yeah, we haven't had one of these in a while.
Manus is keeping shot for shot with this possum tonight.
Fuck yeah. But bartender,
my
just give us the whole bottle.
Don't let Lupa drink any of that. Last time she drank,
Oh no.
she almost ate somebody.
I'm just,
Well, was
In
it
a
like
good way or a bad way?
I'm
Definitely not in a good way. I mean, actually, like,
Just checking.
ate somebody.
you're the next
like a
like
wolf
bang.
chewing on someone's leg ate somebody.
yeah, I'm
Wait,
like
wait,
bite size. Keep the
Wait, do you
gotta
mean like she
keep
just
her away
started-
from us.
You mean like people just started looking like food there?
Okay. So he
Possibly?
comes around,
I know
pours
she gets
2 more
rowdy.
drinks. Are the contestants prepared? Your shots are now
Yep,
ready.
let me
Yes.
roll.
All right, roll con. Take your drink. Stingy, burny, dry sensation.
That's a 10.
Ooh,
oh.
failure.
That's right at the end of failure.
Let me add my modifier real quick.
Mhm.
That's a
Actually, now that I
16.
think about it, depending on the strength of this alcohol, it might not even do anything to Lupa. For people who have really strong alcohol, she might not even feel that.
Wait, 16? Did Manus just beat Jug?
Manus just beat Jug.
Jug
Hell
just
yeah.
won.
Really?
Oh, damn. Jug must be
That
tired.
roll. Jug must be tired.
Jug must be tired.
Okay.
So it's like Legolas beating Gimli in a freaking
Exactly.
under the table drinking game.
But we forget that the elves are fucking alcoholics of legendary caliber.
You also don't forget Manus is half
So far, I
dwarf
ain't feeling
himself.
anything.
Oh yeah.
All right. 3rd round is poured.
Fuck it. Let's
All
go.
right.
Roll.
Let's go.
Let's see what you got.
Here we go again.
Another nat
Lex is
20.
just
That's
watching
16.
from the sidelines.
16.
Oh my god. Nat 20 and a 16. All right, you're well, it comes down to success versus full success. So Manus won that one. So that's
Damn,
that's
Manus.
that's a 2-0 there. Yeah, so Jug, you take that one and just, oh boy. Woo, that was a drink. Manus, you're feeling pretty confident. This Romalian shit is not too bad. Fourth round is poured.
I've been blinded by worse. I'm gonna keep going.
Oh my god.
That's another
All
10.
right.
Oh. Oh
I
wow.
rolled a 10 too. A 13 with modifiers. I didn't do too hot on that one either.
Yeah, but his is a failure. This is
Yeah,
an
that's
actual failure. His is a nat 1. It's the
So
only way
Jug-
you can get a 10.
Jug takes this one.
Yeah.
Alright, well, my con's plus 7.
Oh, it's plus 7?
So
Oh really?
Jug hits this one and sways in his seat.
Oh, no, it's strength.
It's not the sway of like, whoa, boy, that one hits hard. This was the silent sway. This was the sway of concern. Where you start to go, oh.
So is he at room spitting situation, or is he just feeling groggy?
He's going places.
Ah, he's trying to hear what God's talking about.
I'm going to
Liquor
snap my
fears
fingers
me.
in front of his face.
I'm gonna wait a second after he snaps. Revian, get out of my face. What are you doing?
I've already moved away.
He shoos you away, but he's like he's like shooing you away, but not you because he thinks you're somewhere else. You're just doing it in the wrong direction.
It's Kaitora here. I didn't think to ask because I know that was something that was
I
actually
think-
what we
I
ended
think
on.
I think she was with me when
Okay.
I went to the ford.
I think
So
you
I think she is here
specifically
now.
said you were going to retrieve her, so we'll say that meetup happened. The meetup was amorphous. We'll just say it happened, and then you all went to find a tavern. So she's here, and she's at this point. Jug is he's drinking, and she's like she's giggling a lot, and she goes over and she looks at you, Manus, since you're fine, and she goes up behind Jug and she starts to braid the hairs from like here all the way back, and she just starts French braiding into Jug's hair.
Oh my god.
And she's just like, she's being very careful and very discreet about doing it. And Jug is just,
Wait, what does that even mean? What is that?
what?
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna make that.
Has
John,
she
don't
had a
worry,
drink?
he'll make it.
The French
Has
braid
she
thing.
had a
What does
French
that
braid,
even
it just
mean?
means that you're using hair here, and then you use a little more here. You use all the hair on your, like, from your scalp instead of just like one strand of hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just means you braid from the scalp instead of from the strands.
Oh.
All right, so 5th round is poured.
Manus looks at Jug and he's like, "Are you up for one more?"
Jug's already drank it. That's a 19.
Oh, hell yeah!
Okay.
Ooh,
Here we go.
failure.
What's that?
That was a 7. That was a
Oh,
failure.
a 7. All right. So
Oof.
it is now.
Lex is
my
just the
comeback.
referee. Lex is
terms
just sitting
of,
there making sure things don't get ugly.
In terms of reaction, it's now 3-1 because man is kind of like is feeling a little blinky after that one. Jug, that one. Did you get a shot?
Yeah. Got a what? 17? No, 19.
No, Jug drank it and was just like set it down and then forgot if he had drank the shot or not, or if he didn't get one.
He just
He didn't feel it at all.
I think that
he just inhaled it by accident. He breathed.
did it so quickly.
What round are we on again?
Where's my shot? Damn it!
So he pours
Where's my
the
shot?
he pours the 6th round. Pours the 2 cups. Waits for the inevitable ridiculousness end of this.
that is a 13.
13.
17.
Oh,
Fuck.
Both mixed successes, but one is higher than the other, so I guess we got to go with it. Considering it's a competition, I think we just got to go based on who's got the higher roll. I think I'm looking at this wrong, but we have been doing that kind of anyways. Okay.
That's the way I can think to do it.
I could
So-
roll some for somebody with my new dice just for the freaking fun of it, if anyone wants.
Yeah, okay. So, man, it's right back to it. No problem. Not a big deal. That last one was probably a fluke. This one, Jug.
Bad, bad.
Woof. Jug, you're also having a blinky moment, and then you have to like. It's when you're starting to tingle a little bit, and you're like, like having to check your body parts.
Shrooms are starting to kick in.
Like you're just like feeling your fingers.
He's getting the paranoia part of it.
I think 3 of those are hitting at once.
It's like, but you're wondering, but, like
Jitters.
checking your feeling in
Jitters.
your fingers, but you're also like you can see 4 hands. It's kind of like a little weird to do. Round 7 is poured.
Holy crap.
Are we
Let's
doing
go.
this? Alright.
Lex
Y'all
is
really-
now entertained. He grabbed a chair.
15.
13.
Ooh,
Oop.
one for
Oh,
Jug.
both of them.
Manus is rolling like a fucking beast though, for Con. All right, so yeah, Manus, this one starting to feel it a little bit, little tipsy. Jug, you're feeling good. That one's another one's like, you can't remember if that was that you're having trouble with timelines now. It's kind of like, was that the last drink or did I already drink the one from this round? No, I think I already
What
drank
round
it. No,
am
I
I
didn't
on
drink it. I
again?
drank that was the last one. You're like
I think I
having
drank
to
this
like
one. I,
try and math.
And then
Too
you
many
see the
things are
cup being
happening.
filled in front of you, and you're like, "Oh fuck it, we're on this round anyway. I don't care."
Yeah, we are. Round 8 is poured.
Here we go, boys. Let's see which one of you pulls it off.
See, this is interesting. It's close right now.
and a. Whoo, buddy, that's a 24.
Oh.
23. 23.
That was a 10, so I failed that.
Ooh. This is getting interesting.
I'm starting to keep up, Vanish.
No, yeah, what's the
That's starting
score?
to
I
We
guess
got a close competition here. Okay.
it's 4-3, right?
It is 4-3. You're right. Yeah. Because
Cool.
the round is just the number of drinks that you've had. It's not the who's winning or losing. Round 9 is poured.
Hey.
Let's go. Oh, fuck. That's a 10 again. I got too confident. Just immediately just give me another one.
Take that. 15. It's mixed,
15.
but
15. What was Jugs?
10. Again.
Oh.
I rolled three 10s. That means I've gotten 3 3s for this damn thing.
Ouch.
So.
Ouch, indeed.
So
That's
Manus,
it.
you drink the last
fall
one and you're
over.
just kind of like, oh wow, that one is this is a Drake. This is some liquor, and you look over and Jug drinks his, and then he's so small he can't really. He just kind of like slumps forward in the chair and just like lays on his belly.
His braids just slap the table.
The hair's not that long.
I
He's
know.
got cornrows down the back of his head.
Yeah, Jug is out.
oh,
And body.
man.
He got combs.
Managed
Jugs
to
is asleep,
get
but he's
around.
still Jugs
And lightly
just
pets
done,
the
but
bed.
he's just still like tapping the glass, chink, chink, chink.
Just out of reflex,
Jack,
just like
I need you to do me a favor, Jackson.
what's that?
I need you to roll a performance check for her to see how far she got in braiding his hair. I need you to tell me the answer to that question.
I need
Did
someone
she
to find a way to
finish?
take a picture of him.
She's quite dexterous.
she-
That way we
finish?
can give it to his friend.
She's
A
also
quick sketch.
she's also a
Yeah.
type of fey elf, so the braids are fucking a sport.
Oh
I can find
God.
That's why I
Let's
was
see.
like, it's got to be something important. She giggled and then she started braiding. Had
That's
to have a reason
glorious.
for doing it. Had to.
That's freaking funny. Oh my
And I
God.
can
Oh my
understand
God.
there's one single braid down the back of his head. I want to see how far.
12.
Oh.
She got like halfway down his neck. It was hard. He kept swaying.
He kept swaying.
So is that the full width of his head? Down
Yeah,
his-
she went all the way
back?
down the back to his neck.
Okay. Full
She
head.
almost
Okay,
made it.
that's
She
what I
almost made it
wondered.
all the way down.
Okay.
That is perfect.
That's what I needed to know.
She was aiming
Amazing.
for to the tail.
I helped
That
her
is
tie that shit
hilarious.
off. So it
No,
will
okay,
not
I
fall
look
out
around-
before he wakes up.
She just like steps
I
back
look
and is just
around.
laughing.
Okay, I look around for anyone in the bar that knows how to sketch so we can capture this moment.
Roll wisdom.
Alright. Well, okay, D20 plus wisdom, and then I have a lot of wisdom. What's my wisdom modifier again? Like D6?
I cut out for a second. Did my picture upload?
Yep.
What?
Yes,
What
it
is
did,
it?
and it's glorious.
Plus 6.
In picture.
Bravo.
Okay, plus 6, alright. Time to use my Dragon Eye dice. Let's see if these benefit me.
Oh, that is
Go
cool.
for it.
Oh! 22.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh damn!
So, looking around the room, you see mostly There's something I have to remember that I don't know if I can. So looking around the room, you see various more adventure-y type of figures. I'm looking for a very old note here to remember something.
Has the camera been invented?
Has the camera been invented? Probably
Manus
through
just
some form of
looks
magic.
over, like very drunkenly, and goes, "Give me a minute."
Give me a minute.
Oh, the possibilities. Anyway, I
Manus
figured
is just
somebody
gonna
important-
cause the Industrial Revolution, isn't he?
The idea.
I
figured somebody important would have paid a magician to figure out a way to do it.
Sound like, yeah, it makes sense, right? Call it a capture stone or something. That's a good name.
Encode thought on a piece of paper.
Oh yeah.
Hell, it's magic. It doesn't even have to be a piece of paper. It could literally project it on a wall from a piece of stone.
Yep.
Wait, could Voitos just kind of like capture it with his like holograph technology, like how he projects like my blueprints and stuff?
Yeah, probably. Or at least that's the thought.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
Possibly.
damn it.
Dang it, I ran into that.
I don't remember that character's name, and that's what I need. Because that was a very fucking long time ago. And I don't know that I can... I don't know that I can...
Has anybody tried honey roasted peanut butter?
The Black Book.
Ooh.
I think. That is quite possible.
But you see several figures, most of them, all of them probably, really, honestly, drinking. Really only one figure stands out. Is kind of very Strider-esque, sitting in the corner, hood up, kind of like a brown cloak, like a light brown color. And is just kind of sitting back with like a leg up on the bench and is just kind of leaned back in the corner. That's about it though. Everybody's either playing cards, being rowdy and annoying and loud, and that is about it. Oh, those notes aren't even in this anymore. I took them out. Holy shit. Yeah, that's how far gone this particular note is.
So the question is, does he know how to sketch? Or possibly take a picture? I guess Mayor Reverend could ask the spirits to see if anyone in here actually would know how
I
to
found
do
it.
that.
So... put that there, but I'm going to change that.
There's always the chance that we go to talk to the student, it just doesn't end well.
If that happens, maybe Manus can just like snapshot it with Voitos.
Oh, actually,
Okay.
that's possible.
So, do you approach this figure?
I think I'll consult the water spirits about him first. The spirit, actually, the shadow spirits, they would be the ones to know secrets and information that makes more sense to me.
Say, I think yours has a role involved, if I remember correctly.
We'll see what my shadowy friends have to say about it.
I don't remember what it was called though. Commune. Okay. So roll plus wisdom, and then add an extra +1. On a full success, you'll choose 3. On a mixed success, you'll choose 2 on the commune move.
That is 11. Plus
That
the
is a
1 would be
mixed
12,
success.
right? Yeah, so it's 12.
12.
I see. So because of my success... Do I have my freaking play sheet downloaded? Let me look at
You should. I sent it to you, I think, recently.
Yes, I believe I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so for what's this one? Commune.
It's a little creepy. I
So,
looked over at my
mixed
purple eye dye,
success.
of which does not have a liquid core, is looking at me. I looked down and it was just like peering. You can't really see it because of the light, but I just looked over and it was just this. That's all I saw. It
Yep.
perfectly landed coming out of the dice tray to be staring at me. That's a little freaky.
So I have to pick what I ask it, right? So
Yeah,
on a
choose two.
mixed, choose two. So the spirits answer it as best they can, and do not demand anything in return.
Okay. So as you reach out to the shadows, they respond relatively quickly, and they kind of not the calm, gentle whisper of like the wind of what Revian is used to. It's more like multiple whispers and like one shadow picking up where the other left off, multi-directional. Almost sometimes feels like it's in your head rather than out loud. But it says, "They are a thief. High caliber. Approach with caution."
Huh. Probably better not to bother this person then. They're not exactly what I'm looking for.
Roll plus wisdom again.
Boy.
Oh, okay. Holy crap, what is wrong with this? That's 11 as well. That is 2 5s in a row.
I feel like you're missing something.
Oh?
But you can't figure out exactly what it is.
Could I roll discern realities?
Go ahead, yeah. Well, we can do discern realities.
Or
technically
something to
technically
figure.
different.
Yeah.
Just kind of checking to see how strong that feeling was.
Holy flip, my dice almost fell off the table. That, my friend, is a third 5 in a row. That is another 11.
Another 11. So you get to ask one question.
Let me look at discern realities. I don't know if I have the primary play sheet on.
Where did it go? Okay.
What happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? What here is not what it appears to be?
What is useful or valuable to me?
Well, your daggers when you carry them on your hips.
Hmm.
And I don't just mean some daggers. I mean those daggers.
Wait, what the okay. Those daggers.
Yes,
Okay,
those
now I want to
daggers.
talk to this person. Why? Okay, I sit down and talk to this person, I guess.
So as you wander up, they kind of tip their chin up and look at you, and you catch like human-esque skin from under the shadowed face in the hood. What? Either buy me a drink or leave.
I hear from the spirits that you are quite an interesting person, my friend.
Well, your spirit's heard wrong. So fuck off.
The spirits aren't known to lie now, are they?
No, they don't lie often. But you can fuck off anyways.
Perhaps I will buy you a drink. In which case, are you willing to answer a few questions?
Fine. Have a seat. But don't get too fucking comfortable.
Alright. So I guess I sit down and I look at him and I say, why do you seem familiar? Do I
Shouldn't
know
seem
you?
familiar to anybody. Least of all to you.
Oh,
What's your name?
and why is that?
Let's see. I don't remember. Ah, Lex Cross. What brings you here?
And how do you know that?
I know a lot of things.
Valuable things?
Valuable to some.
What do you know of me?
Lex Cross, son of the famous pirate Captain Cross on a ship that used to breathe fire. Once member of the Order of Light. Flunked out. And is now wandering the world pointlessly. And then it's just a lot of nonsense details about some other things, rumors that have been coming in recently. Some of them I'm not sure if you really are Lex Cross.
And why wouldn't I be?
Well, I don't know what business you'd have fighting with iron dragons. That doesn't sound very realistic to me. But here we are.
And how exactly do you come across this information?
That I'm not sure I want to tell you.
What if I can make it worth your while?
That depends on what it is you're offering.
I do believe I have a piece of diamond left over.
Okay. Now we're in business. And she knocks on the table twice, and guy you didn't see in the next booth over stands up. Hood up, brown cloak also. Just kind of a general human. He's brown nappy hair, just pretty normal looking face. Walks past, reaches over and sets like this small little brass bell on the table, and just kind of looks at her, and then kind of walks away. Walks over to the other side of the room. She picks it up and she rings it, and it's like a deafening ringing in your ears for like a split second, and then it just fades. And she sits back and she goes, "All right, what are you asking?"
How are you coming upon this information? Am I perhaps being followed?
There's a group. We don't name ourselves because it would be stupid to do so, because you can track a group with a name. But we are typically just called the Thieves Guild. Tacky, I know, but as I said, you give a group a name and it's easier to find them. So here we are.
I see. Is there perhaps someone I know that may be giving you information?
Doubtful.
Quite interesting. Well, where are the whereabouts of Captain Cross, though?
She actually takes a second, flips through several pages, keeps going. tricky. Let's see. There was the Weeping Man. Somebody heard about an attack on the old ship and took control of it. And then he did a deal with a tall, rather strong-looking blonde elven man. Didn't get a name on that one, but looks like he's made his way into Durasil. And that's where his trail breaks off. Tricky to follow that one. One more question.
Well, he always was good at covering his tracks.
One important detail that might matter to you is it did specify that he was a prisoner.
Well, that's unfortunate. How should I find you? Should I need more service, so to speak?
Well, if you're lucky enough to catch me here. But, I wouldn't look for me. You probably won't find me. This is kind of my last little trip hanging out here before I head off to somewhere else, back up to Saxhaven. Been waiting for somebody here for a long time. Been doing jobs in the area, but waiting far too long for this one, but I'm gonna head out west. You don't really find me, I'll find you. Do I need to find you?
Perhaps eventually. You'll know when.
Alright. In that case, you see that tall fella over there that handed me the bell?
Aye.
Be here again in 6 weeks. Give him a note that tells him where to meet, and I'll come find you.
Sounds reasonable enough.
And either I or one of my associates will find you. That's your 3 questions. She rings the bell again, and she sets it on the edge of the table, and the tall man kind of walks back over from the other side of the room, scoops it up, sticks it in his belt, and then goes back into the booth next door and sits down.
I stand up and bid them adieu before walking away, pretty much.
Okay. Anybody else?
Are we
Jug is
drinking
out on the
anymore?
counter.
Are we gonna? I was about to say, Mammoth scoops Jug up, stumbles over to Kaitora and puts an arm around her and says, "I need to find somewhere to sleep."
And she's just like laughing at Jug and his pitiful state, and she's like, "Let's
I'm
go."
not done, coward.
That's why I didn't drink the heavy stuff, so I could help lead him to somewhere to rest. I knew
Sunny
Jug needed
Wardens, I guess. Let's
to
go.
calm down.
And you guys wander up the street, and it's like he said, it's kind of the middle of the road sort of inn, as a lot of the things in this kind of middle portion of the city seem to be. Very not bad, not top of the line sort of places. And you wander in, and it's kind of an older guy at the counter. He's like, "Oh, hello. What can I do for you? You need rooms? How many?"
How many rooms do we need?
Dude, I'm trying to count on my fingers right now.
So Manus is you've got one incapacitated, one borderline.
Borderline.
Yeah, Manus is pretty far gone. He's pretty sloshed.
He's been
Yeah.
leaning really heavily on Kaitor the whole trip.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Definitely.
took Jug from him.
No, that was a good idea.
Yeah, I have Jug.
So,
Well, I'm just gonna place Jug in my room. So that's one room. How many others, or how many people are in one room, or how big of a room can you get with multiple beds?
that's what I was gonna ask. how big
well,
of a room
you-
can we get?
Well, you could have, see, there's room with a double bed, and then there's a few others. Let's see. I've got 2 with a double bed, and then I've got the rest of them are just single bed. Will that work?
The two rooms for two beds. I was just
Two
gonna have
rooms have
Jug
2
laying
beds and the rest
on
of-
my bed, so that'll be 3 people in one room. Oh,
Then Lupa could care less if she has a bed or not. She's just gonna steal mine anyway.
that's
I guess just go throw Manus in one of the beds. He's not really gonna care.
he's too out of it to care at the moment.
So Kaitora doesn't
The two
actually
double
have to
rooms, sure.
sleep, so that, yeah.
she'll be our watch
Basically.
halfway.
Oh yeah.
I did drink something, just not something heavy. So yeah, I'm not all there either.
All right. So you stumble, all of you, up to your rooms, making some sort of path of belligerent wreckage as you go, and settle into various beds. And Kaitora sets Manus down, whom of which I assume probably passes out pretty fast. And she just kind of wanders. She just kind of wanders over to the window, crosses her arms, and like, if you go and look, she just kind of like closes her eyes and just stands there for a while.
Does her little elven meditation.
Elven meditation.
Is basically what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It's just a very simple way of putting it.
So,
I place Jug at the foot of the bed and lay down.
yeah, the
Cover him up. So
night
yeah.
closes and everyone goes to sleep and wakes the next morning to a damp town, not as rainy. You see the clouds clearing and the sun coming in. This Kaitora is like sitting in a corner, flipping through a book of some kind.
And I
Do
feel
I need
Jug
to
will be
roll for
wrapped
a
around my
hangover?
head.
Wrapped around your head. What was that?
I feel Jug would be laying around my head.
Manus, what was that?
Feeling.
Do me and Jug need to roll for hangovers? See how we're feeling after last night?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
roll
God.
plus con to see to roll for hangover.
Kept the game going into the next day.
Roll.
That I rolled a 9 on.
Oofers.
Oof.
Uh,
Youch.
Don't throw up on me.
I rolled a 19, 18.
So, Manus is all good. Probably some kind of greasy slop of eggs and biscuits and gravy or something like that will probably do him well. Jug, you're gonna need that and then some. You're gonna need like the full like Bloody Mary. You're gonna need the greasy food. You're gonna need like lots and lots of water, and most of probably the early portion of the day to capital R recover.
Before Jug fell asleep, because they were laying to bed, Jug's just laying there, wrapped around Revian's head, about to fall asleep, and he goes, "Revian, did I ever tell you my real name?"
No, I don't think you did.
I planned on sharing this eventually, but now seems like a great time. I don't know why.
I swear if he says something like Leslie.
It ain't that dumb. To my oldest friend, my name is Katsu Yoshito, and he just passes out.
That's awesome.
Well, that's a great way to find out.
Wow.
That's a very interesting way
It's
of
like,
doing it.
who shared that room? I actually don't remember because there would have been 3 people in that room. Who was the third? Or was it Manus and Kaitora? And
Spell that.
It
Yeah,
could
Jug
have
was their
been
son.
Kaito.
Yeah, it could have been Manus and Kaitora.
Okay, Kaitora acts like she didn't hear anything. Manus is
Surprisingly.
Manus is, for all intents and purposes, and to the equivalent definition, dead.
The world.
short of death save rolls, essentially.
Yeah.
What's
As soon as Jug face planted earlier, he was just like he had his eyes closed the entire
Yeah,
time, so he didn't know who was around.
Jug and
He
Manus
just
are
knew
like the
he was
equivalent
near
of
Revian.
zero of like I forget like what is it, Spare the Dying or whatever, where it's like you're at 0 HP but you're not rolling death saves. That's where you guys are at right now. Like, you're
Yeah.
basically at 0 HP, but you're not dying. You're just fucked.
How the
so
hell
wait,
did
what's
you spell
happening in
that?
the other rooms?
You might DM him the spelling of that.
Yes.
Wait,
send me
what
the
was their
spelling
name?
of that.
Katsuo Yoshito?
So you can put it in the group chat if you want, or just to Revian, or
I
however
can-
you want to do it.
If it's what I think it is, I could probably just spell that off of my head.
All right, and after much nursing for Jug, the day is yours. I'd say some assistance from Kaitora with some herbs is probably needed. Probably
I
for
was
both
gonna-
of you, but mostly for Jug.
Sounds like a plan.
Jug's still drunk. You ever drink so much you're still drunk the next day? It feels weird. It's a very weird feeling.
What would you like to do?
Manus is probably gonna go his ingots. Like probably for most of today is what he's probably gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh man, drinking before work. That's some shit.
How long
He's
will we
doing
have
fine.
here again?
A week, right?
Like a week.
Yeah, that was
I was
day
about
one.
to say, if there's anything you guys want me to build you while we're here, so you don't have to like torture the poor magic salesman. Because since we had the illusion engine, I was thinking about building the captain a necklace so she could project an illusion on her face, so she wouldn't have to wear a hood and shit all.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that enchantment is a bitch.
Yep.
Hmm.
Couldn't I technically help him with that using my shadow manipulation?
For her, that would require for you to be there.
Yeah, point.
That was just an idea. But if there is anything, think of that you want me to like build while we're here, while I'm doing the metal and anything else that I work on, just let me know.
It's not metal, but would you be able to do something to my armor to take away the clumsy, but keep the armor with the enchantment? Between anybody, basically, considering we're kind of downtime and looking at shit.
Phoebe might be able to, but if it doesn't have anything to do with metal or smithing. I don't know if Manus could. Maybe.
Well, I
Battle
mean,
robes that
there's
were
a
just
level
enchanted.
of there's a level of like understanding with magical items that you would have also.
Okay, yeah, I could probably take a look at it.
I technically could like enchant it with swiftness to counteract the clumsy with my wind stuff.
Well, when it activates, the cloth becomes harder to move, and that's the issue. That's why I become clumsy with it.
Yeah, his clumsy is different. His clumsy isn't like other classes that have clumsy tag, where it's like clumsy and causes noise and makes it harder to move around. His is restricted movement, so he actually gets a penalty to Dex.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want that if I can help it, but I need the armor.
Well,
No,
anyways,
yeah,
I would
I would-
actually like to refine my diamond sword during this period of time.
Okay. So continuing the work
I'd
on that.
love to help Rivian with his
Yeah.
armor in between making metal and whatever else.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do some things. So,
Tell me what I gotta roll.
let's go ahead and try to do. This isn't really a jury rig. This would just be working with time. So,
Would we be able to work it with him using the wind from me to help infuse the cloth so that it works better with me? Type of thing, if
that
possible,
could work.
to make it a little bit easier on him or whoever rolls or however we roll.
So the trick here is it isn't necessarily directly enchanted. It is the rune. It had an inscription placed upon it to make it do this.
Yes.
So it will be essentially kind of going down a side of artifice to alter that rune very carefully, and make a minor addition to it. So go ahead and roll plus intelligence for Manus.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 sec.
And then
So
Revian,
20.
you can roll an aid if you like as well.
21?
Well, this case,
Yeah.
yeah.
Should I roll an aid?
Probably
Or
no
should
need.
just for an extra?
So you manage to begin altering it. This will probably be a day's worth of work, though, as this is, like I said, you're not you can alter this and you know how, but it's different for you versus the guy that did it. Whereas he does this all day, every day, and this is something that people that inscribe do. This is something that you were taught how to do that you do not do all the time. So this is kind of like a days-long process for you to try and alter this to make it some level of... You're taking essentially a pretty good inscription and changing it into like a fantastic inscription.
All right.
A very good one.
So what I see Manus doing is like normal big hammer and his other tools, but with this he pulls out these really really fine like little inscription like chisels and the tiniest little mallet to like start inscribing and like changing the runes and stuff. Just like these super fine, super tiny tool.
You watch as he works, and sometimes you occasionally as he's carving this and very carefully chiseling and very carefully carving away bits to like extend this inscription. As he drags his tools along and as he does his little small hammers and pieces, you see like actual blue sparks come off of it. Not in like a significant portion, but like enough that it's like you can see it. It's proportionate to what he's doing, but it is alarming because you don't normally see something like that. But this is Manus's kind of rough form of inscription, which is like variably different from the Jarden elf that did it with like this thing that almost looked like a pen, and he did it just like art and calligraphy. It's night and day difference.
Manus is over here beating it with a hammer.
Okay. Is there anything else that anyone else wanted to do today on this particular second day of
Well, actually,
being in
my
Greenwood?
plan was when refining my sword, I actually wanted to fuse the 3 gems I got to the blade.
Which particular gems?
The ones I got from the wizard that we pestered the crap out of.
I'd say one of the ones I know you got some stones. Some like stones that store spells specifically.
Yes.
So you're trying to infuse those into your sword?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you might only be able to do one at a time, type of thing.
Yes,
That's
you
amazing.
definitely only be able to do one.
Yeah.
And this is a very heavy addition to the process. So let's go ahead and roll an elemental mastery to start this.
Alright,
And
my
we'll see where it goes.
wisdom. Elemental mastery, give me my wisdom. Ooh. 23.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Did my clumsy tag come off, by the way?
Yes, you take your clumsy tag off, and now when it hardens, it remains like material, but it feels metallic.
Okay.
And like if you strike it quickly, it remains
It's mithril.
as it was.
It looks different.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mithril
Yeah.
cloth.
Mithril cloth.
It's a mithril
Liquid
milled shirt.
mithril.
Quicksilver.
So 2
that'd be
effects or 3 effects and 1 complication. This is where we're at.
2 effects or 3 effects, and 1 complication. So I'm going to say transmute shape. So, and I'm going to say 3 effects and 1 complication. So
Okay.
I take a D4 of damage. I can roll that myself as well. So yeah, strong. No, it was transmute, shape, and bind. Actually, I think fits
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. I'd say rather than transmute, it would maybe be.
Perhaps strong
I was gonna say shape or enchant.
shape. Because no, I said shape, so I guess shape, bind, and yeah, I guess enchant. Because I mean, strong might work too, but I don't know how.
Because
Really?
you'd have to,
But
there would have to
enchant,
be
I
a form
suppose.
of enchantment, a connection between the stone and the sword, in order to work.
Yeah.
So in the stone.
The stone and the sword.
All right. Shape, bind connects them together. Shape fixes that part, and enchant links them, I suppose. Or no,
Yeah.
enchant just makes it so that the sword can handle the effect of the gem, I guess.
Yeah, it can connect with the gem.
It'll do
Essentially.
what it's told.
Yes, exactly.
Make things work properly without hiccups.
Yeah,
Yes.
so this process begins and is, it seems to meld in quite well. Where do you put it? This sort of
In the
Syrian
center-
saber sort of shaped sword that you've been making.
In
Rudder
the
blade.
center of the hilt, right below where the blade starts off of the handguard.
On the crossguard.
Yes, right on the crossguard, smack in the center.
I have a
Very
question regarding this sword. Will any of us be able to store spells in it?
Technically, yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Cool. So
I think.
me and Revy
My-
can pump some crazy spells in there, and you can just sling it out. That's
I would have to
awesome.
review
My-
the mechanics on that, but I maybe.
My intention is for it to be an inhibitor for my spells. So basically, I put a spell into it. The spell goes through the 3 gems, and then I can like shoot them out of the blade. Is generally the idea. So, for instance, what I thought of was, for example, if I infused it with water, I could slash with the sword, and it would basically like shoot a slash of water.
You're trying to make a magic sword, basically.
Basically, yes.
But you can choose the element that you want.
Exactly. Basically, any element that I'm in control of, I can use with the sword.
You made
Or
a
in other
material
words, if
slot in your
anyone's-
sword.
Yes, I essentially turned it into the Buster Sword, but it's a saber and made of diamond.
All right.
What else could he say? All right.
I mean, I have nothing else to think of for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well on the path to creating this ludicrous sword.
Yeah.
This, if a mage came across this, that would make their freaking life.
Oh yeah, they would be very confused by it. It's a very perplexing weapon.
But if they could wield it, oh my god.
Oh yeah, no,
Is there-
this is like a mage's glory weapon.
Lex is gonna like shove it into a stone, and then he's gonna die, and then someone's just gonna have to get really lucky.
Oh my
Infuse
God,
it
I
with
just-
elemental mastery.
I just give it to Lupa's people. They're just naturally
God.
strong.
They just
Until
worship
the
it.
chosen one comes.
All right.
Test
Anybody else have anything they want to do on the second day in Greenwood?
Eat. Consume.
Don't we have a
Consume.
nice dinner planned for our dragon meat? Or did we do that full dinner already?
I don't think you guys did anything with it yet because Manus was recovering.
Yeah, we haven't
Gotta
eaten
give
it
the-
yet.
Now that
give the
everybody's
chef
sitting
time
there-
to study it.
Can Manus
check
start
back.
working on like a distillery?
Oh yeah,
Would he have
definitely.
time to start plans on that? Can we like get together on that and talk about that?
Oh yeah.
Pugpuss will put in various input.
So
I help with the airflow.
Of course, yeah.
okay.
Pressurize it a lot more.
So you got a lot of pieces here. Manus can make it. Jug knows the ingredients. Lex can help refine it. Revian can help the process. And Jack can help stir it. He can just keep this sort of continuous stirring process going. If and when it is needed.
Oh yeah.
So
Especially for, like,
everybody's got their point and role in making this.
We're gonna start a business. Boys.
Magical, whatever drink we're gonna make in history.
All right, so where are you setting up to do all of this, like process of things?
I figure either the ship or are we gonna try and do in
Set
our...
up the tower outside town so we can take it with us.
Oh yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can set up the tower somewhere outside.
That way we can keep
Like,
the still
okay.
and take it with us. It's
Would the
non-living.
sti-
Won't
Would
it
the
stay in there?
still would the still shrink with my tower if we built it in there?
If you built it as part of it, it may.
If I remember correctly, no.
Yeah, I didn't. There's nothing about it like building onto it.
It
so I don't
won't.
think
It
I
won't.
can.
I think what I remember reading is that it won't close if there's something in it.
Yeah, it won't. Yeah.
Could he modify it over the next couple of days to contain it?
I don't know if he would be
Good
allowed to.
question.
It's technically a holy relic.
There's
Oh.
that. On top of the
I didn't
fact
know
that
that.
it's like that's an extremely powerful enchanted item.
Like that thing's
Yeah.
that thing's made of adamantine. Like, you have to repair it with a wish spell.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeesh.
That's
Same
yeah.
thing
That's
to
the
modify it,
actual.
probably.
That's mechanically the only way to fix it.
I
Of
forgot
course,
about that.
good old Nargus only took like 4 hit points off one side, so we're good.
Yeah.
I forgot
Damn
about that.
resistances.
Does somebody have a way to contain it after so we can take it with us then?
Manus could like haul it with his bots. He's hauled like supplies and stuff before. It'd be no trouble, probably.
The reason I ask is because depending on how intricate we go is how delicate it will be to transport.
I figured Manus could build one that's a pretty like could either like expand and condense or is like pretty efficient and pretty small to be like moved around.
You could haul a normal still with a cart. I'm pretty sure you could. Manus could find a way to refine that and make it like portable,
Mhm.
like a briefcase.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's
We'll probably still want to do that in a warehouse so nobody can see us make it.
Yeah, we can build it in the tower and then just get up and then leave the tower when we're done if you want.
That works.
Also, remember, if I just realized if we make the tower, that will draw a lot of attention to us.
I also need to remind
true.
Bad idea.
Unless we do it like
the thing
somewhere
with-
in the forest.
the thing with Revian's armor, that was like all of the available time to work today.
Yeah, of course.
So this would be
Yeah,
a
I
tomorrow
wanted-
thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. I wanted to get this started while
Okay.
we had downtime.
He
I just
was
wanted to
trying
clarify that like we can do
suss
this.
it out.
Probably at least get it like I don't know mentioned or started this session or something possibly, but it will be a tomorrow thing.
Yeah, because I want this, and then getting all that metal refined is really all I want to take care of while we're in Greenwood.
Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else on this particular day? The armor is fixed and ready, and I guess you guys are sitting down having a nice dinner and planning a distillery.
We're talking about how bad the drinks are wherever we're eating.
Even
How
though
we
it's
fix
like
it.
it's one of those situations like, oh my god, this is so good. Oh, this sucks. It's terrible. Oh, it tastes like shit.
Doug's trying to figure out how to get his wine back because he feels sad.
It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best little Aragosian wine that anyone has ever had.
It will.
Don't you just bet on it.
We read through the electromagnetic arc reactor distillery.
The arc reactor distillery. Be mindful, guys. If anything's metal, I pretty much can't touch it.
That is also a factor to remember.
That in mind.
Well, most still is going to be mainly metal.
As long as you don't,
Well,
your
then I'd
skin doesn't come in
probably
contact with
scratch
it. As long as your skin doesn't.
I could probably
whenever-
wear gloves or something.
So you could like
That's what I
reach
was
in and
thinking.
like touch it to cast your spells and such to refine it. As long as skin is not touching the metal, you should be fine. From Lex's point of view, it might still be a little like. It's like being somebody with a fear of needles. Even if you're not getting a shot, it's still in the room and it's a little nerve-wracking. I can tell you what that's like. All right.
Obviously.
So, back to the Sunny Wardens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figure we rented that place for a couple days.
All
Or a
right.
week, actually.
So, it's essentially just 5 silver apiece, for the rooms. Not per person, but per room. Not very expensive. It's just a gold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Snacking. So,
Snacks.
so you all go, and
Now
you
one
have
snack.
your superb dinner, and then on your way back to the Sunny Wardens, you do see some clouds begin to roll in a bit, as a bit of like the moonlight catches it, and you can see the clouds rolling in. And those of you that are familiar are reminded of exactly how much it fucking rains here. Because the rain is constant. It happens all the time. This continent is just the rainiest shit. Always raining. Always
England.
misty, essentially. It's like the whole continent. Always raining, always sunny. Not sunny, always cloudy. Just, it's a constant fight and a battle for everybody here. So, on your way back, it doesn't start raining quite yet. But you all return to the inn. And you enter your rooms. And, let's see. I don't know if I have anything appropriate. So, you all return to your rooms, and everybody settles down. Of course, everybody's not drunk this time. Sleep comes along.
Round 2.
Yeah, round 2. Sleep comes along, no big deal. But, Revian, it seems that sleep seems like kind of, it's tossing and turning, a lot of tossing and turning. Well into some portion of the night, you assume within some range of the 4 hours, because Kaitora is still standing in the window when you kind of roll over. You can't seem to find sleep. And when you flick your eyes up through the window and look outside, you hear it again. A little bit louder than you heard it yesterday. And you see a flick of gold lightning. And then the wind begins to dance in your ear, telling you that it's found something. It sounds like excited. It's like, come with me, come with me, come with me.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna nudge Jug. Say, hey, you wanna go on an adventure?
Sure. All right. Where are we going?
Jug,
I'm about to find out.
as he says that, you hear this too.
I think this may be important, and since you
Well,
shared
that's
something
ominous.
recently, I figured we'd go see what was going on. And
Let's
we
get
head
to
out
it.
the door. I pick him
Okay.
up and we head out the door.
Kaitora does open her eyes and kind of like blinks for a second and looks at you. Bit late?
It's okay.
Midnight stroll.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I just gotta go check on something.
Okay.
I'm taking Jug with me just in case.
Well, keep an eye over your shoulder. Don't get robbed, please.
Have a good night.
She clasps her hands behind her back and kind of continues looking out the window.
And I head out the door, following the wind.
The downstairs is pretty quiet. You see like one patron that's like seems like he just rolled in, and the older man has been replaced by maybe like it seems like maybe a grandson, kind of like late teens, nearly in his 20s sort of range, dark brown hair sort of kid, helping the guy out, figuring out the room, and you step outside, and it's that dense, close, almost like humidity of like a storm is about to start, but it hasn't yet. It's just the air is very close air all around you. There's no wind, which is also another indicator of like, yeah, it's gonna be a whopper. Whatever it is. And the wind begins to pull you kind of north through the city. And you kind of follow this path sort of like northwest kind of, and then a bit north, and then northwest-ish. And it takes a long time, and it's pulling you along, and Jug's, rubbing his eyes, following along, just kind of like, there with you.
He's on the shoulder.
Rubbing his eyes nonetheless.
Just sitting.
Yeah, just like
Used to being on the shoulders, so just sitting.
that late night trip when you've already went to bed, but somebody wants to like go do something, and you're like, fuck it, fine, all right, yeah, I'm here for it, okay.
All right, let's go.
Wandering through the city, and Jug, it's a lot of this is catching you as well, because it's like you can feel that storm, that closeness, This is like some of the big ones that would come in back home. You remember, of course, being traveled as you are now, you assume it's kind of normal here. These like big storms, at least on the coast. And it seems no sort of direct path is being taken. You're kind of zigzagging through the city, kind of northward. And then it opens up into a square. It's a pretty wide square. Not a whole lot in it, just kind of a wide area, just kind of a break in the buildings, it seems. Just have like a big wide area, and there's kind of benches here and there, but there's not a whole lot actually adorning it, other than dead in the center is on sort of like a 5-foot pedestal, a statue that stands up, kind of looking south. And that's the direction that the wind is pulling you.
I'm gonna head towards the statue and carefully look around, see if I can see anything.
So you approach and you notice that the statue, a statue as it may be, all along the edge of the actual pedestal part, at the feet of whoever this person is, there's a gold coin here, something of like some kind of gold chain set here, some kind of it looks like some kind of stack of papers or something that looks kind of important also set there. Just various items. And looking at this person and this statue and like the stuff around it, go ahead and roll plus intelligence for a spout lore. And while you're doing that, this is a statue. This is a statue of a woman in armor. And she has relatively long hair, but it's like tied in the back. She's holding a spear that is particularly offset color of everything else. The spear in her hand that is kind of rested lazily and just kind of like laid out to the side, kind of in this sort of stance. The spear is colors kind of mimics gold.
Ooh.
And she has a shield on the other arm. 27.
Yeah.
This is
Fuck yeah.
Natural 19.
this is what all the sailors constantly refer to. This is what when Terragus gets a little nervous about the storms in the crow's nests, and he says the lady approaches. He's referring to Hera, the goddess of storms. That is who this is a statue of. And kind of like coming to the conclusion and like putting that all together. Okay, goddess of storms. And the wind is like, it's like dancing around you right now. You can feel it. It's like dancing on your shoulders.
Excited.
Yes, very. And then there's a deep... It sounds like the sky is cracking open. It is the deepest roiling, unfurling. It's like when it... Imagine the deepest roll of thunder you've ever heard that vibrates the ground, and then multiply it by 2. It sounds like the fucking statue is gonna fall over. It's almost deafening. It is just a absolutely ground-shaking roll of thunder. And, you hear a voice come from behind you. Well, it's about time. Took you long enough.
I turn around.
You see a woman in armor with a shield and a spear.
Oh shit.
Shit. Yeah, Jug's gonna look at the statue, look back. I'm gonna roll to see if Jug also knows who this is.
Go for it, yeah.
I
Fuck
told him
no.
about my dream.
So, am I right in assuming who you are?
Maybe.
Are you Revian?
Yes.
Right. Well, I can't really. Father told me not to do my usual introduction. He said it's wrong, so I'll give you. He says I need to have more pride in what I tell people. So, may I introduce myself? Lady Hera. Let's see. She pulls actually out a piece of paper and she says, "Fucking father." Lady Hera, Dame of every realm in Benethelazor, and the Golden Kingdom, Dame of the Arcanite Table, under Sir Parzival the Pale Knight, member of the Cadence Crusaders, personal friend of Dimoy Chekhov, who's still fucking about somewhere, I'm sure. Slayer of many beasts and monsters, savior of Benethelazor under a certain mage's resurrection, spoiled that title recently. Destroyer of Espalder's Despiser's Tower, demigod of Edligan, and did I miss anything? Oh, you wouldn't fucking know. Anyways, yes. I think Father has a bit of an ego. He wants me to introduce myself that way. I don't like it. I just like to travel and do what I like.
I can understand that.
I don't really care about all that shit. Although I do miss Demoy. I don't know where he went. He disappeared again. So, do you know?
I was just about to ask you how you knew me.
Well, considering you're my brother, funnily enough.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my
That
god.
would explain a lot.
Do you know who your father is?
I have an idea now.
Yes. I can see that. His name is Edligan. You'll never pin him down. He's God of the Wind. He does his own thing. Right. Yeah. Never been much fucking help for me. Nothing really beyond, the occasional this. There's that. But I've had that for fucking, 12,000 years now? I don't remember anymore. Yeah. Anyways.
So, what does that exactly make me?
Well, it makes you a demigod, you fool.
Just
Even I knew that, Revian. Holy fuck.
Manus is gonna
hey,
flip
you're
when he
dropping
wakes
a
up
lot of
tomorrow.
stuff on me.
Do what?
I said, hey, you're dropping a lot of stuff on me. And I didn't get any sleep.
Yeah.
So I just.
I don't know if
say
I'm
that-
still dreaming or not either. This is insane.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of eye rubbing of no, she's still there. She's still there.
Reach out and touch your
She's
shoulder.
still there.
She's solid. Okay, damn it.
Yeah, she's just
Okay,
kind of
yeah, that explains a lot. I'm sorry. It's been a fun time.
She
Trying
looks
to
around
figure
for a
out
second.
things.
She's like, actually, where the fuck are we? I don't know.
Greenwood.
We're at Greenwood.
Oh, what?
Up
Greenwood.
in Greenfall.
Greenfell, I think.
Greenfell.
Greenfell.
Yeah, Greenfell.
Oh, so
Greenfell.
we're in Benethelazor. I see. Okay. Right. So this is a city. He was building a city. I remember now. I never came here after he built it. It's been a while since I've been here. Been busy for a while, especially after our business a while back.
I think I saw that.
What year is it? What era?
Crap. I don't remember that off the top of my head.
303, 7th era.
330, 730.
Eight. Not to cheat. Go to the DMs.
303. I see. Okay, right. I didn't lose that much time. It's just 10, 20 years. Okay. I've been a bit busy. A lot's been happening. Beyond beyond the mortal eyes. But I'm yeah, it's a busy world, as I'm sure you've heard. There's the problem of the recent resurrection kind of muddying our group from before's bit of triumph from before. That's a problem, not your problem. I hear you have your own bit of fun. What are you dealing with? It
Transportation
seems
of very interesting goods.
very interesting goods.
That's about all I'm gonna say, or allowed, or I should say, regardless of the.
It's fair.
family.
You never know who's listening. Good lad. Very smart. All right. Good. Good.
We're getting closer to where we need to be. We just have to wait a little bit to get some stuff fixed.
Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I mostly travel, and I don't ever really stop. But it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Strange. I haven't had a sibling since the wars. And you see like a very 1,000-yard stare, like sort of look enter her eyes as she kind of like looks down. There's like a very haunted face. She kind of like blinks and she's just like, yeah, I had a sibling once. He was a lot like me. But, for lack of anything better to say, it's a breath of fresh air to have someone who's sibling and also different. You are a lot different than he was. Tell me, was your mother an elf?
Yes.
Interesting. I didn't know that could happen.
What?
Well, usually the gods only ever fraternized with the, my people, the Vular.
Well,
If you don't know who that is, it's the immortal humans. We don't really knock about the world anymore as we used to.
Well, I recently figured out that my mother saved priest of our father's church, and that drew his attention to her, and then came my birth, and then she was
Interesting.
threatened and we left, and after she was poisoned. I'm actually in the process of trying to find the one that poisoned her.
He must be having tea with Yeva again. That's a stroke of fate there. Yeva, by the way, is the god of fates in the weave. So, that means... Shouldn't speak too much on it. Because I don't know what I... don't want to spoil anything. Stay on your path. You're doing well. If that's the origin of you, then I think we're all good. We're all a bit safer having you around. You have a
Well, I
group,
see you
right?
again.
You have a group of friends you're traveling with?
Yes, and here's one of them, and I introduce. Actually, sorry, Jug.
That's fine.
distracted. This is my
I've been
friend
keeping
Doug.
quiet.
She reaches out to shake your hand. The spear just kind of
I
stays upright.
I shake the hand.
She goes, no! She points at you and she goes, you're strong. She
Am
grabs
I?
the spear and sets it in front of you.
I grab it.
And again, she sets it in front of you and it stays upright. And when you grab it and lift it, so like you've lifted a spear before, and it's like lifting a twig. It's like nothing. You pick it up and it's like, oh, hello, a well-balanced spear. This is just the right weight. Because it's like if a weapon is weightless, it kind of loses some of its function. Because it's like even if it's based on the fact that you're very strong, you start getting to points where you're like, oh, I'm gonna break it every time you try and do something with it because you're so strong. But you pick this spear up and you're like, oh, okay.
Oh. Jug
And
gives
as
it,
like
the air spin, just like, and then slams it down. Boom.
when you do, there's a streak of golden lightning in the distance. It just an enormous bolt of lightning that cracks across the sky, and there's a huge roll of thunder. And she goes, "That's cool. All right."
I'll place it back in front of her like she did and see if it stays upright.
Demo would get a kick out of this shit. Oh boy, I'll have to tell him about it next time I see him. All right. She picks it up and she's like, "You're fascinating. I like you." All right.
I chose a good friend then.
Yes.
If my first family I meet, aside from my mother.
She stares at Jug
Like
for a
friend.
moment, and Jug is like, you're being like looked into for a second, and she just kind of stares and she says, "A stout heart. This is a good one. You hear that, little one? You're a good one. I like you."
Thanks.
Does Jug seem enchanted by this goddess?
I don't know if I'm enchanted, but he's just more like a god just coming.
now that you're
He has,
like-
hands behind his back, kicking the ground, looking down.
You're
just
now
like,
leveling
"Thanks."
that word with this person. What you would expect a god to show up, you look at the armor and like there are parts of it that are like dirty, and then like the spear is the only thing about her that's like, whoa. Because like the shield has got dings and dents in it, and there's like a rusty spot down here by like the one of the sides. Her hair is kind of like frizzy a bit in the front, like it's been falling out of the bun.
Do you need a day off? I know a guy that might be able to help fix your armor.
I need a drink is what I need, not a day off.
I know a guy making some hooch tomorrow.
I can't stay, unfortunately. We've got some business, some things have caught my attention, and she stops for a second. She looks at you. She goes, "Interesting. Keep a watchful eye. And if they ask, you and your group, just remember this. Say yes. After the next place that you all go together, after the next enemy you defeat, say yes." And she just kind of like puts her hands up and she just kind of backs away and she goes, "That's all I can say. Been a pleasure meeting
All
you."
right. Can I ask for a hug from my new relative before she goes?
She walks forward and like throws the shield arm around you, and it's like being squeezed by Jug, but your whole body rather than the small area that he can like. It's insane the level of strength that this
I give
woman.
her a good squeeze back.
It's like trying to squeeze a stone pillar. Like she just like lifts you up and then like sets you back down. But like, one-handed, by the way.
I
She
rolled
like
a natural 20.
she squeezes you and
Just
like
for the
picks
fuck of
you
it, I
up
rolled it.
and then like by your shirt, like lifts you back down after, and then when you squeeze her, she actually goes, "Huh, not bad." And she steps back and she's kind of looks at both of you. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you both. Be careful. There's a lot of nasty shit going around right now. A lot more than what we dealt with in our day with our group. Lucille would have had a fit. He would have just went home, probably.
I know a guy that might match that.
Valdonis would have had a panic attack, probably. He probably still is, honestly. He just doesn't... It's probably just building at the moment. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, it does tend to happen. You be safe as well.
Safe as I can be.
Well,
There's
would like to meet
prophecies and other things to fulfill. I gotta go deal with that, I'm sure.
Well, I would like to see my new sibling again, so be careful.
Hopefully
Back
soon.
alive.
I'm in the area. I'm usually around.
Fairly well.
She lifts the staff and taps it once gently, and then she kind of disappears in like a golden flash.
Well, that was very interesting and informative of a meeting.
I don't know what to think about that.
I don't know.
I got a compliment by a god. You're a god too, technically.
No, my sister. My god's my father.
I think I need to get a statue of you and Hera. I think I found my new religion. I'll just keep them on me. Goddess of storms and god of winds. I'll keep quiet, don't you worry. He gives him a friendly little punch on the shoulder.
All right, Katsu.
Did I say that already?
He was drunk at the time. He didn't remember.
That's right.
All right, then, Katsu.
Did I tell you that? I wanted to be clear-headed. Whatever, it's out there. Let's
There was
go
only
back to
one
bed.
other that may have heard, but I think she's going to be nice and not say anything.
You just don't even tell me. I think now's a good time to go to bed. Maybe we need to sleep on all that.
Most definitely, and we head back to bed.
Yeah, you return
With
to the
the
room,
hate,
and
I will fly straight there.
by the time you get there now, Kaitora is now sat in a chair in the window, and like some of the moonlight that's coming in, because some of it's broken through. And as you walk back, you actually notice that the clouds roll back, and that storm seems to chill out, and the air is not quite so close. And she's just kind of reading as you enter. She goes, "Eventful trip."
I made a storm walk away.
I don't know if I want to know.
I'm going to bed now. I'm very tired.
Well, good luck with sleep. I'm going to go back to this. It's a book about smithing, so I can help Manus. I don't know anything about smithing. She continues to read.
While he is conked out beside her on the bed.
I don't know. Yeah, he's like.
Yeah, he's gout.
He's just.
Even though he hasn't been drinking, he's still, by all intents and purposes, dead. When he sleeps, he sleeps.
Oh yeah, he sleeps like a dwarf. He sleeps like stone. All right, that is where we will end the session. That is quite a bombshell I've dropped on you.
That was awesome.
Like,
yes, it is.
Not just the arrival of the character, but the names dropped. That was like that was a very big. Should I do that on my part? Whenever I thought of this, and I was like, I think it's time. I heard
you say that about the gold lightning, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna wait and see what he does. I want to find out. I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm just going to wait.
Wait, I have to
Don't
ask.
do
I have
it.
to ask. So, if he is a demigod, does that mean that theoretically he is the strongest out of all of us here?
Not necessarily.
Potentially. But
Potentially, but
not
not
necessarily.
necessarily.
There's a
He'd
sliding
probably be
scale.
more like me in the sense where he's more elementally powerful than we are. Like
For-
how I'm more elementally attuned than physically apt.
For the players, so you actually read in those notes from the Master Forge about some of the demigods. You read her name in that.
So-
That spear.
Is from that time, that forge.
Yes. Putting it together
Yes.
for you.
I
And now
already
he's
So-
got a weapon
that.
from there.
Yes, I do.
So,
He's got a weapon that's
other
both
thing.
a hippie and a gentleman.
anything else that I said, you will have to put together yourself. Names that I dropped, people that I mentioned.
Other than Demoy, Valdonis is the other one. I heard that and I perked up. I was like, where have I fucking heard that one before? Son of a bitch,
you
I can't
guys
remember.
have spoken with him twice now.
Okay,
Ace,
yeah, that's what I thought.
And then there was also a certain number of years mentioned, and I'll just let you remember that if you do. Go-
12,000.
Decade or so.
yeah.
In her
And then
12,000, yeah.
I haven't lost that much time, just a couple decades.
Yeah, just a couple
Chuck-
decades out the window, no big deal.
Yeah, Chuck heard that and he's like,
No
I'd,
big deal.
I'd be dead in that time.
Other key details that I didn't describe that I should have mentioned is she, because Vular are specific to their metal, in terms of their there's a streak. They always have a streak of hair, and their eyes are not normal human eyes. They are humans, but they're like humans with all the dials turned up to 30. They don't have discernible pupils, so their irises and the whole of the center of their eyes looks like whatever metal, and hers is gold. For example, there's another character that will become relevant after this campaign in the little flashback thing that we're going to do. His color is his metal is rose gold. There's another one I mentioned in her little introduction thing. If you figure it out, I'll let you figure it out. His metal is platinum. But yeah, the Vular are specific to their metals. But there was something I was going to say. Did I lose it, or did I end up arriving at it? I don't know if I veered off of my point or not.
So wasn't there a Vular at the beginning of this beginning of the campaign that when they were like sending us off? Somebody with golden eyes or some shit.
Yeah, I think so.
No, you encountered a weird mage in Escamil that had his eyes, had weird glasses on.
Oh.
And he seemed relatively disgruntled by just existing in his spot. There was something else, and I don't remember what it was. Yeah, the time thing, that's a big one. And there's a lot of little things I mentioned. Oh yeah. I will offer, if you want to put it in your notes, I will reread her string of titles if you would like to write it
Honestly?
down.
I lost it about 5 words in. Or 6 words in, something like that. I was just going to ask you to shoot me the freaking text.
That's what I was thinking too.
Just put it in the freaking post, dude. Just put
Well,
it in
have
the
a good
freaking
one.
channel.
I
That is
want.
the
I
best
gotta
option.
I
go.
want it in my notes, but I can't type.
Oh,
I would
before
not
we
be able
go-
to type it out if you said it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work. Can y'all see that?
The projector.
Hell yeah.
I've been playing games
That's
on this
glorious.
for Christmas.
Here, I'll
That's
put
awesome.
it in.
That's freaking awesome.
I'll give you a
is-
freebie. This is a pretty hefty one. This, in comparison with the flashback thing, I'll tell you the same thing about these titles that I'll tell you about the flashback when we get to it later, after like a post campaign, and when we go through to sit down and all of us read through that. Is the sort of little fun thing I have planned. Ask me questions, but don't necessarily expect answers. I may just flat out just look at you. And I kind of typed that out as basically how she said that. That's how I typed it in my notes. Is like how she was like thinking it and reading it.
That works by me.
Yeah.
Where did I put my phone down at? That's where I put the phone down at.
Yeah. Yeah, you may ask, but I may not necessarily answer.
All right, have a good one, guys. I'll see you later.
See you
Oh,
later.
See ya.
Night, you too.
See ya. Night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here as well. See you guys next week.
See you next week. Good night.
Good night.
Maybe I am crazy. I really thought there was a Valar.
Yeah, I don't think there was.
Maybe it was that you were sending her to me because I was like, oh yeah, I made a guy. I just made a character of that race, and you were like, this is the correct way their eyes are and stuff, and their hair.
I think
and was
that may have been what it was.
And I fixed that.
Yeah, their eyes, their pupils, they don't have pupils that are discernible different from their irises. They just all looks like metal. So they have like a metal type that's specific to them, and then, the streak of hair, and then their eyes. As well as they're all strong as fuck, which that's for its own reasons.
Yeah, the character idea I had for that was a cleric warlock. So that's gonna be. It was like that's some wacky shit.
Wacky waving inflatable arm hand man.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flaving tube man. Wacky waving inflatable